Good morning, this is inDialog. I am Vidhya. When Amjad Ali Khan performs, he carries a deep human spirit, a warm feeling and a sense of caring, said none other than the Dalai Lama, recipient of the UNESCO Award, the Padmanabhan, the UNICEF National Ambassadorship, and an honorary degree from the University of York. Sarod Maestro Amjad Ali Khan is also an honorary citizen of the states of Tennessee, Texas, and Massachusetts. Quite a number of honors you have there, Ustad. What do you feel is your greatest achievement in life?
I think the greatest award or achievements, I feel that people love me and people love my music, and I hope I always receive love and blessings of all the music lovers of the world.
Mm-hmm. Well, one of your great achievements is also creating several ragas that you have done. How did you go about this process?
It's very easy to say that I have composed ragas, but I feel embarrassed to say like this. On the contrary, I would like to say that I have discovered raga, and I have received some cosmic messages. Because we believe that every raga has a soul. So when a tune comes to, sometime I'm sitting alone and I'm always humming and singing, da ra da 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 na so basically the musical notes are Sargam pa ni sa ni pa ga ma re ni sa ga ma pa ma. So when I'm humming this kind of tune, and then suddenly when I stop humming, then I think, what was I humming? What was this? Then the raga asked me, do you know me? Then I said, no, I don't know you. So would you accept me or should I go? I said, yes, I'll accept you, and I'm really honored that you came to my world, came to me. So then I give a name. It's like this. So for example, this combination of notes, I gave the name as Swar Samir. I have a CD also of this. So like this, about 40 ragas I was blessed with, and I have gave different names, Amiri Todi or Bapu Kos, Sham Shri, Sohag Bhairav, and Lalita Dhwani, and one on my wife also, Rag Lakshmi.
Is that right?
Sargam pa da ni sa ni da ma pa re ga re pa da ni da ma pa ga ma pa re sa. So actually this rag I first played in Madras, in Chennai, and it was a birthday present to my wife. After many years, I didn't know how to, in appreciation, she has done so much, but I couldn't give her anything. Because she left her career, she left her profession, and at the peak of her time, when she was performing all over the country, and slowly, she did perform after marriage also. But this raga was created in Madras, in Tamil Nadu. I performed in Music Academy Hall.
I read that you had performed for Prince Charles. Can you share this experience with us?
Yes, Prince Charles, His Royal Highness is very fond of Sarod, and once he invited us to his farmhouse, Highgrove, and he invited his 30 very close friends, and so afterwards again he invited us to perform in St. James Palace. That was for some charity. A great poetess in England, Kathleen Ray, she wanted to build an academy, and she is also very fond of my music, and she requested Prince Charles to help her, and he offered the palace. And so everybody was invited by the Prince Charles to attend the Sarod recital. And again it was for 300 people only. And immediately after, Aman and Ayan, they also played with me. And after the performance, Prince Charles, became very emotional. He gave a very touching speech and comments. And he admires India, he admires our tradition, culture. And I think he likes Sarod.
That's great. So is it any different performing for celebrities such as him from performing for your average Indian audience?
You see, I am not available for everybody. I am only available for those who have respect for India and India's tradition, India's culture. I respect all the other tradition and culture, but I need very little westernization in my life, because my music and my way of life is I have to be what I am. And so whoever love music and especially Indian classical music, I am available for those people. And another thing I would like to mention, that our music is blessed with meaned, the slides and glides. Otherwise, da 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 da. This is also music, but we have this expression of slides and glides. Technically we call it meaned, and it's an expression of surrenderness. It's a expression of humility, and it gives great amount of peace. This floating, this kind of sound, which has it doesn't have staccato. This is almost legato in a technical term for Western classical music. From 1 note to 7 notes we do this. So as a instrumentalist, as a Sarod player, from the beginning we are taught vocal music. Like my father, who was my guru, Ustad Hafiz Ali Khan sahab. So he often used to sing while teaching me. So, and when I'm playing the Sarod, my listeners should understand that I'm trying to sing through my instrument. Everything I'm singing through my instrument, the way I'm singing now.
Tell us a little bit about the Sarod.
I would like Ayan to explain about Sarod, what Sarod is.
That would be great.
I think we have the master sitting here. I dare not.
What I have taught you, I would like to know.
Yeah, well, I guess I don't know if my interpretation will be very right, but I'll still try.
It's a test.
Sarod actually is a relatively young instrument compared to the other string instruments like the guitar or the veena or the sitar, which are the known instruments of ancient India. Sarod actually evolved in early 1800s, and it was done by our ancestors because we were originally from Afghanistan, and the traditional instrument was called rabab, and it was a folk instrument used for folk music, and it had a wooden fingerboard, and it was played in a very folkish way. I don't think actual classical
Rabab
music
still exists. Rabab exists in Afghanistan, in Kashmir, in Central Asia, and our Guru Nanak Ji, the great prophet of Sikh, he was very fond of Rabab, and there was a musician called Bhai Mardana.
Yeah.
He used to play for Guru Nanak Ji.
I mean, coming back to Sarod now. So basically, it evolved then 1800s, and obviously in due course of time, it's really grown to be one of the foremost instruments today. And it has a steel metal fingerboard, steel strings, 19 strings.
And the belly is covered with skin.
Skin, animal skin, goat
right.
skin actually.
That right.
So, and it's teak
We are not
wood.
interested to know what skin.
I know it might.
Just a skin
Animal skin, okay.
covered
So
on
it's,
the belly.
it's got teak wood, and we play with the edge of our nails, not with our fingertips,
Oh, is
like
that right?
like
Okay.
usual instruments. We press the strings with the edge of our nails,
Oh.
and we have a pick, the plectrum.
Why do we press the string with the edge of the nails?
The sound becomes more clearer, and
But if you,
it's more
if you
refined.
press it with fingertip, then what happens?
It's more flat.
There is no resonance.
There's no resonance, and the
Violin is played with fingertip.
yeah, fingertip.
So, but Sarod is played with the fingernails.
Yeah.
You have to press the edge.
And the plectrum is made of coconut shell.
It's called?
It's called Java,
Well, I can see you're an effective teacher.
and it's a very eco-friendly instrument.
Do you remember the tarana I taught you?
Yes, I do.
Why don't you sing it for
Yes,
us?
Yeah, we can.
that tarana, and I composed this tarana.
Is that
Yeah.
So, ठीक है सा
Yes.
तादरे दानी
Tadani dim tadadanum tadare dani tadani dim tadadanum tadani dim tadadanum tadum tadanum taderena 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 tadare dani tadani dim tadadanum tadare
दादा दिन दिन दादा
na dim tananana tananana dim tananana tananum tadanum
ताननम तादरे दानी दागड़ दग दुम के दग तागड़ दग दग दाका ताकांदा कांदा तादरे दानी तादानी देम ताननम तादरे दानी तादानी देम. I think you can dance on this tarana.
Sounds like it.
Sounds nice, yeah.
You and your brother produce a very popular TV show called Saregama.
That's right, yeah.
And what do you feel? I think a lot of young musicians today are branching out into related fields.
Right.
Do you feel that this in any way dilutes your passion for your music, which is what you've learned?
See, I mean, I'm very clear, me and my brother, both of us, we're very clear about one thing, that Sarod is what we want to do throughout our lives. But I guess this is an age where you can also try out other things.
Yeah.
And as
They
far
both
as,
have been offered from the film world also.
Oh.
They wanted them to
Oh, I'm
act.
not surprised.
yeah, but we're not, we haven't pursued that.
Why not?
Not now. I mean, as far as Saregama is
In
concerned,
fact, they both of them went to Bombay, you know. They wanted to just start, and different films they were offered, and I said okay.
you didn't say okay.
And,
You didn't say
but my wife, you know, one night she started howling and crying.
Oh,
and,
no.
I mean, we have brought them up and we have given them such nice values and this and that, and they'll be ruined totally going to the films. So then I rang up. I said, please come back.
He said, come back. He
Oh,
also
you went
said,
all the way.
They
Okay.
didn't sign the
Oh,
contract.
oh.
We were
didn't
about
do
to
that.
sign the contract. Because there are so many people in the world. They can be film stars, they can act, but very few can play sarod. You know.
That's true.
And very few can play sitar.
But Saregama, I mean, obviously we asked our parents even before doing this, because it is a big decision.
Because we have a legacy behind, so
Right,
they are
right.
doing well. People have accepted them as classical musicians. But still, they are open. I mean, if they decide to do modeling or films, I don't mind.
Yeah, you should.
They should be happy. I
Yeah.
want them to be happy.
Actually, Saregama was more related to music, so
Yes.
I mean, and also it's a very known show, it's a known program. So our only little aim was that through Saregama we try to even imbibe some
And they have to
facts
sing-
about classical music.
They have to
also.
sing film songs in the
Yes, I know.
Sargama.
It's a great show. Actually.
So,
Very well done, I must say.
Thank you.
So how does it feel to be the heartthrob of millions of teenagers?
Well, I think it's the music eventually that matters.
Are you sure?
Yeah, well, I think so. Eventually, yeah.
So tell us, was music or was Sarod a natural choice for you and your brother?
Well, when I was born and when I was growing up, it was not an unusual thing in the house because my father was all the time, teaching his students and performing, practicing, and there was music all the time in the house. So therefore, it was not an unusual thing for me to go to the music room or
Right.
play Sarod. So, and we had baby Sarods made for us. As we grew older, even the Sarods grew older with us. So, but it obviously felt awkward when I was in school because I was the only one whose father didn't go to office. I mean, because he was a performing artist. And I mean, there were moments when one felt very odd because once when the whole class was asked to make the family, a drawing of the family, everyone made this man with a briefcase. I was only kid who made this man with the Sarod.
I would like to interrupt here that he is a painter also, Ayan.
Is that right?
He
Just,
paints Lord
amateur.
Ganesha from the age of 5 and recently had an exhibition in Delhi.
Wow.
2
Very
years ago,
successful,
2 years ago.
organized by Art Today in India. So when you visit our house, you will see all his paintings in
Paintings?
our house.
Yeah.
So as I grew older, then obviously the courage of conviction also grew that this is what I have to do. And
What is the role of your mother?
yes, I was
She
coming to
was
that.
as great a guru.
Yeah, so actually when my father was traveling and things like that when we were much younger, so my mother, I mean, she saw to it that, the homework was done in time and we practiced on time. She sacrificed her own performing career. She used to do Bharatanatyam herself.
That's right.
And she stopped performing for the family and she handles all the concerts and everything. So, I mean, my father never forced me into music. I was, from a very young age, I knew that this is what I want to do. I mean, I was interested in doing that.
So do you think you would have done anything different had you not been born to Amjad Ali Khan?
Well, I have a whole lot of interest. I even do like photography up to a certain extent and like surfing the net, the usual things. But if I was not his son, I don't know I don't know what I would have
Can't
been.
imagine.
Can't say.
Tell us a little bit about the organization that you're playing for while you're here in America.
You see, we have been traveling since 2 months and giving concerts in different towns, especially for these two very important organizations dedicated to India's underprivileged children, ASHA and AID, Associations of India's Development. Whatever they are doing with great sincerity and dedication, they want to see that the Indian children also get proper education, proper food, proper water, electricity. So it is basically for underprivileged people of India they are helping.
Tell us why art is important in the current world.
I think art is the only important factor, especially music and dance, because people can express and they can express themselves through sound, through body language, through fingers, whatever it is. So, but I feel sound is very important. A pure sound plays a very important role, much more than yoga. If you listen to pure music, pure sound, without words, without lyrics, because language creates barrier, there is an expression. In Hindi we say Swar hi Ishwar hai. The sound is God. So I taught my children also vocal music. That's so important. So sound, if anybody listens to pure sound every morning for 10 minutes, 15 minutes with concentration, I think you will have tremendous peace. Your whole body and mind will be relaxed and you'll become you'll feel something nice, and you will become different person. You can face the world in much more stronger way if you appreciate music, if you appreciate art, if you appreciate. And I'm sure a person who appreciates music cannot be a criminal.
Very true. I think you're a little too young for this question, but Khan Sahab, I would like to ask you as a last question.
Yes.
How would you like history to remember you?
As a
That's a good one.
I would like to be remembered as a humble representative of Indian classical music and Sarod, that I tried to make it more interesting. I tried to make it more expressive, and but I did everything sincerely, and I dedicated my life, and I am committed for the purity of Indian classical music. So I am basically a purist.
Thank you very much for being with us and talking to me.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure.